y'all, it's Nicole and welcome back to my channel for another episode of Madness Monday. This week, NASCAR takes us to Martinsville, Virginia for a very first race of the Eliminator round. And it turns out that the driver who won the race wasn't even part of the chase. So we'll get into all that and more, but let's go ahead and get started. As y'all may know, Martinsville is the shortest track on the NASCAR Sprint Cup circuit, being only half a mile, which means there's a lot of cautions. This week there is definitely all of that, tons of wrecks and tons of cautions. So let's take a look at this week's grid. Like I said, it was actually Dale Jr. who won the race, being his very first career win at Martinsville in the Sprint Cup level. Since none of our 8 drivers were able to pull a win this weekend, their positions on the grid were based on points earned during the Martinsville race. Jeff Gordon is on the top of our leaderboard this week because he was able to pull a solid run at Martinsville. He led over 130 laps of this race. As we know from the previous round, every single race in each round counts. Unfortunately for Brad Keselowski and Kevin Harvick, who are sitting on the bubble this week, they know they must take a win at either Phoenix or Texas to be able to move on. Both of these drivers were involved in wrecks on the track and had to be taken to the garage to get their cars fixed. And when you know if you get taken to the garage, you get put a couple laps down and it's harder to work your way back to the front. Like I said, next week we'll be racing at Texas Motor Speedway, and any of these 8 drivers need that win so they can get locked into the final round of the chase. Especially Brad Keselowski and Kevin Harvick, who didn't have such a good race this week at Martinsville. Well, race fans, that's it for this week's video. Like always, if you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and if you haven't already, subscribe down below, and I will see you guys next week at Texas.